What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our channel, The Destroy Family. I, of course, am your gracious host, Dave Destroy. It's about 7 a.m. It's Saturday morning, and I think that means it's time to hit a few garage sales. So, let's see what I find today. And we're back. So I didn't film the garage sales, and for that, I'm very sorry. We still film all of our videos from our phones, and so I'm using my phone to look up comps, and I'm rushing around. I did manage to get to a community sale, so I'm going from house to house, and it's all excuses. We're working on it. We're going to film them soon, but it was an awesome day. And I used a lot of different techniques, and I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Some different sources for stuff, and let's just go through it, and I'll talk about it as we do it. So, the first one, I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I just started looking for yard sales the day before, and I just started messaging people and doing what we call the ask. Do you have X, Y, and Z things that we like to buy? And this one did. And so I was able to secure a purchase from the yard sale before it even started. And I'm just going to take a couple things out of here. And so yeah, that first one, I got a Wii. Wii. But it's not bad. So I got a Wii. I got the Wii with one game, two controllers for $30. And it is the GameCube compatible, which is the desirable one. And while I was there, I did pick up these two Barks Buddy. They're sounds for dog training. Don't fully support things like this, but they do sell. So it's a moral issue, money issue, but not bad. And then I did break a rule of mine. It's not a hard set rule, but there are two systems I generally don't buy games for, because if you're just buying blindly, these two system games, what I have found, aren't worth a lot. There are titles that are good, but that's PS3 and Xbox One. Most often than not, from what I found, the games aren't worth it. But of course, do your research, because there are good games out there. I didn't do my research, and I bought Final Fantasy and Gears of War. In total, for this whole box, I spent $45. I still think I'm going to do great on the Wii. These dog things are going to do good, and, the games are whatever. But for a first pickup, a guaranteed pickup, that's a good start. All right, now, after I did my guaranteed pickup, I wasn't really sure where to go next. I didn't see anything too great using the Yard Sale Treasure Map app, but I did see that there was a community sale about 25 minutes away, and I had time to get there about 10-15 minutes early, which is always good to get there early, especially if you're going for certain desirable items. So I get to this community sale, and I go, man, I am going house to house to house. I probably went to 15 houses and kept striking out. I did get to one, and I did see a box full of Xbox 360, what looked like to be an external hard drive, bunch of games, things you'd want. And the person who parked right in front of me, who was a few steps ahead of me, got there first. So I was getting extremely discouraged. And eventually, I did find this one little cul-de-sac. It was the last cul-de-sac, I think, that had any garage sales going on, which also was the first one you could pull into when you went into the neighborhood, but I decided to skip it. I like to go, when I go to a community sale, I like to go to the back and start back there, because a lot of people will start from the front and work their way. So I figured, let me go deep and then see what I can do. I was almost done, and I did find, because I like the video game stuff, at one, I got a Nintendo DS Lite, silver, two games. We got Batman 2, Lego, because we love Lego, and then Guitar Rock Tour. Nothing, it's not amazing. They didn't have a charger. They weren't sure if it worked, but I paid $10. And I figured for that, even for parts, I can probably get my money back, but I'll go ahead and order a charger just to include that with it, make sure I'm good to go to increase the value. Now, from there, I thought I was done, and I did go. There was one more in that little cul-de-sac, and I was like, hey, you guys got any video games? And they're like, no, but that guy across the street, he's got some computer modern stuff out. They might have something. Now, this one across the street, they just started setting up after I was already going to the ones on that same block. And that's the one that saved me. I asked them if they had video game stuff, and they said, yeah, I got some Xbox 360 stuff. And they had one. They had, two. They had, yikes, three. So they did have the cables for these. There were no controllers, but I have our extra controllers already, so that's not a real worry. Now the two white ones, I believe they're just your standard ones. The black one they said was modded. I know you can mod systems. I don't know what kind of mod it has. I think there's a bunch of games on here already. So I'll have to test that to take a look further. They said they all work. You know, Xbox 360s can be finicky. You can get that red ring of death, and it'd be sad. But for the three systems and the cables, I paid $60, $20 a system. So I think that's about, even as parts, I think I'll still do all right. And then the last thing I got from them, now this one was broken. I got an Xbox One S. Super cool. They did say it was broken. They think it's a power supply issue. And the guy seemed pretty technical. I was talking to him for a little bit, and he repairs computers and laptops and stuff for a living. So he said he thinks it's a power supply issue. I paid $30 for this. Now, if I want to replace the power supply, I gotta get a plug and cables from the controller for it. I would be spending a bit of money to get it back in working order, but I think for parts, what I looked up, if I remember right, I could still sell this for like $80, so I'll easily be able to double up just selling it as is. That's a good deal. All right, now, that was it for yard sales, which is pretty good. I spent, I don't know how much I spent. 30 or 45, 60, 30, you do the math. Now, this next one wasn't from a yard sale, but I always do like to check, I check Facebook Marketplace all the time. And especially I like doing it on yard sale days, because I feel like that's when people have more time, they're going through their stuff. Well, maybe they pick something up from a yard sale and they're trying to flip it back on Marketplace that day. I don't know. But I saw this post and I didn't hesitate. I did pay full price what they're asking, which I'll tell you that after we go through everything. And you can go ahead and leave a comment below letting you know if I got a good deal, a bad deal, how you feel about it. But it was for a black Wii. And it is the Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort edition. And we can go ahead and open this up here. Maybe. I think we can. All right, so we've got power, we've got the manuals. You can see that, well, that one is empty. That's a manual. Okay, so there's Wii Sports Resort, and I bet the Wii Sports probably in the system. At least I hope it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. All right, and on the other side, or underneath, we've got the Wii, a nunchuck, and yeah. So I'll still test it out. They said it was working fine. I've got the sensor bar, and it looks like these other things are the carpet mounts for a Wii Fit board, which I'll pull out of here in just a sec. All right, let me just get this back together. And maybe I can do it. Gotta have faith in myself. All right, well, it is what it is. All right, and also in that same bundle, there was 5 games. I didn't look up the value on them, but I was fine with that. I need some games for this and for the Wii I picked up earlier. But we got Wii Band Hero, which is in there and complete. Wii Fit Plus, can't go wrong, but it's in there and complete. MLB Power Pros 2008, in there and complete. Nickelodeon Nicktoons MLB, complete. And Madden 11, in there and complete. So not bad. If we also look down here, they see that they had their Wii Fit board, which is very clean, so they probably got it and never used it. I feel like that's a lot of case with people with their Wii Fit boards. But the last thing I did, oh, and where are they? Oh, sorry, there was another thing included in that. 4 black controllers with Motion Plus built in, which is a very good thing to find controllers with that. I do have a lot of the adapters, the Motion Plus adapters that you plug into the normal controller to make it do the motion, but these have it. So that's a good thing that those were there. Now I did message her on the way and said, "Hey, I'm on the way," and I did the ask, "Do you have any other video game stuff?" Now they didn't have any other systems or console or anything like that, but they did have the guitar and a microphone for Guitar Hero or the Band Hero, whichever it was. And these are in pretty good shape. They will need a little wipe down. And yeah, I don't know the exact comps on these, the value of them, but she threw these in for the same price. Now, I said, I didn't ask for a different price. Could I have? Probably. But I paid $65 for that whole package. Did I get a good deal? I think we did. Go ahead and leave a comment below if you think we got a good deal, if I got ripped off, or, just let me know what you think. And yeah, so we got one more little pickup. Again, something different. I'm going to get this stuff moved, and we'll talk about that. And now for a more intimate setting. Just kidding. So for the last pickup, I got a buddy, a good friend of mine who I worked with a couple years ago. I ran into him thrifting probably about 2 years ago at this point. And I was just sourcing, looking for stuff, and he was kind of doing the same thing. And he said, "Hey, I got a storage unit full of stuff that you can come pick through if you want to buy stuff or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, man, let me know." Well, life happens, things happen. 2 years later, he messaged me today and was like, "Hey, Blair, today's the day." And I'm like, "All right, cool, man." He's like, "We have gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but you're welcome. I am doing a little yard sale right now. You can pick whatever. We can check out the storage unit." And yeah, he's like, "I don't really care what you give me. It's whatever." And I was like, "All right, man." So I meet up with him. We take a look at his yard sale stuff. I pick out a few things. We go to his storage unit. And yeah, I didn't get a lot. There are a few things that you're not going to see here because we've already dispersed them. We got a little Gizmo from Gremlins, and he's already on display because awesome. And yeah, so let's dig in. I got a box here full of random toys. Yeah, so I got this is a Miss Pac-Man from 1993. And I don't know if it works. He wasn't too sure. I think I looked this up and it's about 20 bucks, which is not bad. And we'll get this guy out of the way. It's just I don't know if this has any value, but it's just a Micro Machine ship. That's cool. It might be missing. No, it's not missing something. Obviously, it's missing like the little pieces. It's missing a little gun. Yeah. It's all right. And there were some Transformers in here. Some Star Wars Transformers, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know much about these, so I'm definitely going to have to do some research on it. I got to see if this is missing anything. And yeah, but it is pretty cool. Oh, and there was actually 2 of those. Oh, there is this awesome Millennium Falcon one. And I think this is missing a piece here. But this is another Transformer, which is, again, pretty rad. Awkward cuts are awkward. And next, we've got some Spider-Man type dude. I think it's from 2006. It is missing something on the back, but I don't know. He just looked pretty cool. Take a little bit of research on my part. I don't mind research. I do mind projects. Research is okay. We learn from research. What else in here? A little dinosaur. I don't imagine he is worth much. What else is in here? A piece to something Star Wars? I don't have the rest of it, so junk. This guy, find of the day. Maybe. We also got Fred. Yeah, Fred, Scooby-Doo. So, I don't know. New, old, good, bad. I just threw it in the box. We also got Fat Bastard. And, yeah, this is definitely a nicer figure. I think it's Mezco or... Yeah, it's made by Mezco. And, I'm not going to show you this side, but he's detailed. It's pretty cool. And I think I looked this up, and maybe I think I can get about 20, 25 bucks on him. And which is nice. Cool dude. Alright, a few more guys left in here. We've got Pokemons, some Pikachu, some Charmander, Charizard, random little guys. I don't think these have any value by themselves, but again, I'll lot them all up, do a small lot, and it should be alright. Alright, the last thing I got from him, I got this box, but I got this, what is it? A Kia AKIA Professional MPK Mini. So this is pretty clean, and I looked these up, and they do sell for about $80 to $100 used, I think, if I remember correctly. I was a little tired when I was looking it up. But yeah, so that's a killer find. And all this stuff, a good buddy of mine said he was just trying to move stuff out, $15. Not bad. And yeah, so that's going to do it. That was our yard sale finds, our Facebook Marketplace finds, our friendly hookups. I think we did pretty good. I spent all in today, I think about $240-ish. And I think we're going to get a pretty good return. And I also think it's going to be pretty quick. So go ahead, let me know what you thought. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. Leave comments below saying all sorts of fun things. And we'll see you next time.